Okay, this is a wrap up of the weekend. We had racing yesterday, Saturday, and today, Sunday, and it went very well both days. The car performed very well. Yesterday, we had one little issue yesterday when there's a hairpin turn, there's a tight hairpin turn at either end of the course because it's on a runway. And when I would hit the brakes, the very first time I hit the brakes hard, this splitter hit the ground hard enough to break 3 of the bolts. There's 4 struts here, and the bottom bolt on 3 of them busted out after my first run. So after that, the splitter was kind of hanging down lower than normal, and but you know, we finished the event that way, and so overnight I replaced those bolts. Fortunately, it was the bolts that failed, nothing else, and I raised the splitter up a 1/4 inch, and today it never hit. So today I was actually able to hit the brakes later and harder and not hit the splitter. So I'm getting a camshaft position sensor code that's popping up today. So I don't know why that is, but anyways, the car ran pretty good. It has a little bit of a stumble in the mid-range. Like it'll stumble for a little bit when you get on it, and then it clears up and it just goes like crazy once it clears up. But there is that moment where it's like, you know, you're just waiting for it to clear that up. I have not figured out what that is. It's not something that's showing up on the data, what it is, so I don't know. I'll go over my data again today. I used the Track Addict app today, and that was so it was plotting, it was giving me data from the run, but because of the narrow runway, it was reading the finish line. Like, we sort of passed by the finish line on the way out, and then you turn around and you come back and then you come through the finish line. I was so close to the finish line that the app was reading that GPS position as the finish line, so it was stopping my run 44 seconds in instead of, you know, 13 seconds later when I actually came across the line. So anyways, yesterday I came in first in raw time, I came in 3rd in packs, and I finished first in class. Today, very similar results. First in raw time by 1.6 seconds, and then I came in first in class, which is mixed class, and I came in 4th in packs. So one step down. That might have actually changed, but the first group, my group today, ran in the rain. It was sprinkling. It was enough to make the surface wet all over, and then we had lunch, and then the second group had completely dry, sunny conditions. So maybe that had an effect, I don't know. But it would have been nice to run in the dry conditions, but whatever. I'm not complaining. The car felt fantastic. It was just a dream to drive. I made no changes. I raised my rear tire pressures a couple of PSI for my final run, and man, it just went everywhere I pointed it. It was fantastic. So all I got to do now in preparation for the next event is look into that camshaft sensor, and I think that's about it. Yeah, so thanks for following along. I hope you're not bored to tears by the video that I posted just before this, because I'm assuming that I have video to accompany just before this. So hopefully you find that video interesting, and I'll probably see you again in a couple of weeks, because that's when our next event is, and I don't need to do anything else on the car in the meantime. So we'll see you all later. Have a wonderful couple of weeks.